So we got Rengar in the finals.
You're good, man.
We're doing a little watch party. I'm doing a little watch party. I'm doing a little watch party by myself.
Alan going ahead
We're
and
just gonna have some
last
fun with
cards,
it.
even though typically it is
is
a
a
gust,
gust.
yes. Trying to stop that point from being a conquer there.
And Grim Apothecary does come down on the chain.
Yeah.
Good play. Gus goes back.
Okay, conquer.
Gust is no longer having a valid
Back, sure.
target. Stack deck is played.
Back deck. Pretty standard.
Alan being very careful not to show us what cards he's looking at.
Yeah, those are the most close to 90-degree cards I have seen yet. Another fairly quick choice here from Alan.
And it's, would you believe
Okay,
it,
conquer.
a third stacked deck.
Or
Sam even smiling a little bit there.
It's such a quick choice from Alan
pay
here
for the
too.
Sand Soldier.
Very proficient on the stack, has played it a lot. Unsure how much he's played against Rengar though.
I will play the Pit Rookie.
I don't think
buff
too many
Sand
people have
Soldier.
too much experience playing Rengar, but we do have a buff being applied to the Sand Soldier, the Emperor's Deus, doing a fantastic job. The Pit Rookie, a great option to
four,
bring
you have
back to
three
hand.
there.
I mean, in this case, it was the Grim Apothecary to bring it back to save it from the Gust. But regardless,
good.
an excellent play overall by Sam D. Sherman.
So we do have the Star Cross in hand. It looked like we might have had a Stupefy in there as well. The question is, what units do we have available? Are we going to look at using this Merchant to go ahead and discard and draw new cards if we don't like our hand overall?
good. Yep.
Still have that smoke screen in there. Alan has focus.
Rengar looks like not affected by returning units as they are real cheap. Yeah.
Let's ride the wind there, which is something that
Yeah, it does. Diana doesn't need to be ready to use her ability, and the orange card is a move trigger, so you could have used Diana ability with
Smoke screen utilized.
3
It's
runes
gonna
up.
be enough for the Traveling Merchant to take the Emperor's Deus.
Play.
Alan's going to bounce it back, generate the Sand Soldier token, and perhaps consider replaying the Traveling Merchant. Continue searching through the aforementioned smoke.
so that's a
Oh yeah,
Alan's going to
smoke screen.
get recycled earlier on, so it's probably searching for that next one. Traveling Merchant does come down once again.
It's been really interesting because a lot of people wouldn't be able to find value in this Emperor's Deus because that's likely why Sam leads off with it as a neutral battlefield. It works really well for him, but not usually for his opponents. But Alan has said, you know what, this is actually kind of good for me too. I can play a Traveling Merchant over
Pit
and over
Rookie
again.
is
I
a
can go
weird
through my deck and find the cards
addition,
that
but I
need.
was thinking about
It's
running
been a
it too.
good resource
But
for him as
Gem
well,
Jammer
and
is
I like
also
how he's
really
taken
good.
advantage of it.
It's also a consistent 2-might body that has to be contended with at the very least.
I was
We
thinking
have
about
seen
doing
throughout
some
the course of
changes
this
based with this
Diana's
Pit
run
Rookie.
out of steam, and so it does maintain a little bit of a presence on the board while maintaining a bit of a hand.
Yeah, it's a card that a lot of Dianas have
Ride the
kind of
Wind
moved
is
away
here.
from. It looks like we will have a Ride the Wind Merchant. We'll be able to filter through our deck just a little bit more, and potentially we'll have another combat trick here to contest this Pit Rookie.
Just getting clarification here, if it is in fact the Traveling Merchant that was selected,
Oh, he's got a thrill in his hand.
is considering a response. We'll have to see here.
Yeah, something interesting he could consider is a Thrill of the Hunt or a Nidalee.
I need Alon's EQ to win, so you could say his only loss this weekend was me.
Until the Ride the Wind has resolved.
Move trigger.
Yeah, it is the Traveling Merchant. You'll get the discard draw.
This is smoke screen to minimum 1.
And it is ready still. It is a move effect to start.
Defender. Trigger.
Yep. Nice.
Acceptable losses.
Your action.
Wow, he pulled
One of those
acceptable
cards that we
lices.
talked about not being useful in this matchup. It is just a dead card.
Buff this.
Wow, that's pretty good.
We'll have to see if there's a response plan. It's Stupefy, so Alan's going to reduce the might of the Pit Rookie and get another card. Sam D. Sherman considers
TCGs have been tainted with the deck profiles and posted deck lists. Net decking and meta tier lists have removed a lot of creativity in the game and caused a lot of legends to be forgotten and unsolved. Yes, the real Timberko.
Both players carefully considering their next
1,000,000,000%.
So much is on the line here.
That's crazy.
Yep, it is currently Sam's action. There are cards in the deck that could be played here. I know he does have access to the Nidalee, potentially, is something that he has to be considering here.
How many cards?
Nidalee does curve
Three
out
cards.
perfectly with the 3 runes available. Winning a combat with Nidalee, provided it's
So many people just want to win without caring.
provide additional card draw, which is of course valuable to aggressive decks. It's the Grim Apothecary instead.
Another ambush unit.
If I target with the return, I have to return it when it resolves, right? I can't like choose not to use it.
Yes.
Getting some rules clarification here.
All right, so what I want to do, I think,
Gonna have to apply that Pride Stalker buff.
is I'll buff the Apothecary and return the Pit Rookie.
So Pit Rookie being targeted with the bounce back from the Grim Apothecary. Grim Apothecary goes to 4 might.
Good.
Why does it matter? He can just may. I mean, that's the play.
Be enough.
Conquer to 5.
Yeah.
Other showdown.
Now we have our
6.
secondary
Yeah,
showdown,
that's
and
right,
it is going to be the Rengar
Wow, that's pretty good.
securing
So it's 6 to
that
4.
battlefield.
All right, your turn.
Great play from Sam D. Sherman here. Now we have to see what Allen can do. We know that the Ride the Wind was spent.
So many people just want to win and not think about it, but most of the fun is expressing
Looks
yourself.
like, no, we'll be scooping and going
That's
on
a
to the
scoop
next
onto the
game.
next game.
Oh, he scooped.
Wow. Okay.
He's just like, all right, yep.
Game 1.
You got it.
Taken by Sam D. Sherman with absolutely remarkable plays. You saw the Rengar and the reaction there. Well done. Very well done overall to make sure that you contested
Oh, your
both
Diana's
battlefields,
in your deck.
secured
So
a
that's
vital
your Diana's in your
2
deck.
points on that turn,
Yeah.
taking you to 6, threatening the win on that next turn. And Alan said, you know what, let's just go next. Let me get some of this stuff out of my main deck and
I
get
can look at
prepared
the
for
deck
game
list
number
now, right?
2. Sam D. Sherman moves to 1 game away from repeating a championship.
One of the first things that you saw there was Alan ZQ put a Turn to Dust down, and then on top of that, a Star-Crossed
Rengar Pride. Oh, hey, Ratchet. Hey, he's here.
sideboard. Instead
Hello
of
there. He's doing it so the
putting to
pit,
sideboard
so he can trigger
He has
Pit
multiple
Rookie
dead
in.
cards in this matchup, so it's likely after sideboard we're going to see a little bit more from him. We'll be going first in this.
Yeah, but it's like he's like, well, if I target this, I have to take this. It's like
Previous game.
you don't have to
There is so
target.
much on the line in this game.
I don't understand why it was important. It's like, do you want to take it or not?
Regional
Buff again.
Players, and as a result, whoever wins this match will be Riftbound's first ever
The buff again.
repeat champion for the regionals. So there's just so much on the line here. Sam D. Sherman and Alan ZQ carefully considering each other's decks and determining what they wish to sideboard in for this second game.
Yeah, but that was during a showdown when he was playing the
A lot
Apothecary.
of options here overall. Of course, getting those star-crossed out.
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah. But he was talking about, he had like a really weird question.
Being taken out there.
Oh, he's taking out the singularities.
Let's go.
Oh, he's putting in the singularities.
This been all day.
So Singularity is one of the cards. There's actually 2 of them on the sideboard. Star-crossed.
Diana is crap
actually
again.
taking out.
And Starcross.
In.
Yeah, the Starcross doesn't do anything to the
So Starcross is decent against that. Anything that has the high amount of cost is nice. And is that the? Did I just see the Baron, the ultimate Baron there as well?
Dang, he's got 2 ultimate Barons in the sideboard. That's crazy.
And it is
Yes,
2
2
of there.
of
Let's
them.
go.
So the
Yeah,
acceptable
we love Starcross, dude. Yes, we do love
for
Starcross.
instance, just like I said.
Yes, we do. Let's see what's up with this chat. Oh, I forgot to turn the chat on.
Now, in this given circumstance here, both players do have access to each other's deck lists, including sideboard, so they're able to make more informed decisions with regards to what cards they wish to select. This really does help in this second game to ensure that they're best prepared to deal with the matchup, as in game 1, they do have to come in with their main deck as they've used throughout the course of this tournament.
It's
As
refreshed.
always,
Chat is
very interesting to
refreshed.
see what decisions they've made throughout the course of the sideboarding. We won't see until we have the actual game in progress here. Sam still considering what to sideboard in and out.
Yeah.
I forgot what his sideboard was. I didn't get to see what his sideboard was.
Anti-Aurora in general, and Alan isn't running any gear, so it's actually kind
It
of
looks a ton like our
Alan,
deck.
Instead of saying like, oh, I have gear hate in the
Your
lead,
deck
because it's
mostly, but
sideboard, Alan's deck
I do
is
like the
taking
Kinku
advantage of that. For
initiative.
example, we have Akshan in the sideboard. There's a 3 of that.
And I do like the Darius. The Darius really
Another one of those, especially if we want to hit spells such
was
as
the top deck of the century for this deck. And honestly, it's kind of,
if he sees that Alan has
yeah, you did. You did, but you,
responsibility,
for your
then
budget
Spirit
deck.
could be an
Yeah.
absolute blowout card in the right situation.
If I think that one of the things you could absolutely consider, now you do have 2 of challenge in the main deck for Sam.
You know, it's crazy is that people were,
Challenge is a very effective way of dealing.
you know, it's like,
Apathetic.
I don't know what it is. It's, you know, you see this happen in life too, but you tell people and they're just like, eh.
Battlefield altogether.
And then you see it happen.
Something worth considering.
My whole life, you're like, no, this is crazy. And people are like, and then it happens. They're like, damn, that's crazy. And it's like, I told you. I said it. No.
Bring your Thunder Song, a card that lets the player not be able to play any more cards.
Oh, you know what I think he has?
We've seen Alan
He
hold
has,
up 4 Aurora runes very consistently.
Bryn in his deck and a Burn in his side
So
form.
if Brynjar coming down, Alan maybe not having the same choices anymore if he does leave up a lot of runes. So that's another consideration
Bryn is so busted.
that needs to be made by Sam D. Sherman here.
One thing absolutely worth considering here as well, and all throughout this tournament, we have seen Fury be very successful. This game did not feature.
Yeah, I think Jin is crazy too. I still think Jin is crazy as well. I don't, wait.
Fury. And in this game, if Sam D. Sherman is able to start establishing
Wait, there we go.
Survivor and getting that
Yeah,
value, it might turn the tide into his favor.
Yeah, I was able to trade real good into
It
this.
looks like we do have
I trade really good into this.
for game number 2. Alan opted for the Targon's Peak, a great battlefield for when you
How could you use, I was thinking of kind of running a little bit of a hybrid. I heard a guy using, I saw a guy today at the skirmish using Draven in top 4, and he used Jin.
And essentially
And he's like, oh, I use Jin with Ride to Win. And I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
on that next turn.
Yes, essentially giving it a ganking ability in a lot of ways is to think about it. Sam
Star Spring Game 2, I know. It's such a good card.
Star Spring very efficiently while also buffing up with Pride Stalker as well. Just a really smart choice from him overall.
Yeah, very effective way to get a readied unit back into the base.
And then Arena's Greatest turn 3. This is a great position to be in for Rengar. It's a great position to be in for anybody to win game 1.
There's a chance that we will be crowning.
I think you're the best Rengar player too.
Here if Sam D. Sherman is
I think you're the best Rengar player too. I can't wait. Do you still want to do that thing tomorrow?
1.
It's 10:30 right now.
Yeah, Sam has 2 irresistible Fae folks there.
I gotta pull up my global clock.
It looks like a Nidalee and a Kaisa are going to be staying in the hand.
I think it'd be great. I think we should totally do that. I'm doing a recharge. I was like, not gonna play.
Alan ZQ does elect to go
3:20
first, and
p.m.
It's going to be a traveling merchant.
You gotta tell me what time works for you.
We do have that 2-drop irresistible.
That lines up with
for
between
Sherman here
like
as
the
well.
afternoon
Very quick turn ones for both
for
of these players.
me as well. Afternoon or late night, it's fine.
Very well
But
practiced.
Trigger.
We're going to get
you gotta tell me what time. Anytime after 2 p.m. Anytime after 2.
Ride the Wind discarded.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Point is scored.
No.
And do we have, it looks like a Gust in hand from Alan ZQ here.
Plus,
And it's Vex Apathetic in the
Argue
base.
less, huh?
yeah.
Interesting, not wanting to take a risk here against a punch first, which we saw was a blowout card in that previous game.
It looks like Alan's recognizing that Vex Apathetic is going to be a core component to his potential victory here. Wants to perhaps plan a strategy to ensure that
Got
he
it.
can survive and he can protect it.
Put it in my notes.
It is notable, it has to be out of battlefield to get the effect.
We have now added that Sabotage to hand for Sam D. Sherman as well.
Yeah, he put the Vex in. So he opened last game.
Awkward here.
with, I don't know if you were watching, but when he put the Vex to the battlefield, he just ran Inferno in with a punch first on it.
Makes Nidalee a
Like,
little bit
all right,
harder
well,
at times.
guess that's gone.
You could, okay, I was just going to say you could sabotage, take a look at what is in the hand, try to determine what your next course of action is.
Singularity.
We have Singularity, Gust, Ravenbloom Student, and Stupefy.
And Stupefy.
Now Gust, of course, being an excellent tempo card. Stupefy, fantastic for that additional draw, and of course, early trades with the Might debuff. A lot of good options here, and we have seen Ravenbloom Student successfully carry Diana's to victory, despite only being a 2 cost. It has that
If he had 5 runes.
in a deck that loves to cast spells.
So Sam has to be eyeing most likely the Gust here because of how high tempo it is, or potentially the Singularity, as it can clear 2 units, and just not having to think about it's really nice. But also knows that at least one was sideboarded in.
Yeah,
and
until he did
one
the
is sideboarded in,
sabotage.
typically 2 are. So Sam knows about one of them and has the other one on his radar now.
I think he's doing a good job
One of the
taking his
fortunate
time
things
thinking
Rengar
about
as well
this
is
one.
The Rengar Trophy Hunter from the champion zone. When it comes in, can apply the Pride Stalker buff to itself, send itself to 7 might, which would protect it from a singularity. But still, it is absolutely a spell worth considering taking out, especially since it can target the battlefield, it can target the base. Very versatile from that standpoint.
I probably want to get rid of the Gus.
Also have
Well,
in our hand.
probably I would probably pick the Singularity.
Could potentially be targeted by a Singularity. Not as worried about the Gust here. We do have Kaisa and Pike.
But Gus is probably the Giga Brain play.
To Gust. And then on top of that, because we can buff our units through Pride Stalker, Gust is a little bit less of a
If
concern.
I could see his hand,
I
I
feel like we might see the Singularity as the choice here.
It's also worth noting that Alan ZQ did choose to discard the Ride the Win
just
on the
checking
move
a
trigger with the
ruling.
Traveling Merchant.
If
And
the
does not have a
Faithful moves
way
to a
in the hand.
battlefield and targets Vex to bring it in, and then he Gusts
Let's
the
hear the
Faithful in
discussion.
response.
It's
The
still
ability
moved.
will still move, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm certain.
Yeah, me too.
Sam is considering using the Irresistible Faithful to perhaps challenge the
It's
Vex
fine.
to combat.
Relax.
Giga Brain would be getting rid of Stupefy to get rid of card draw.
As well.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't have to.
I can. I agree.
You can leave
Yeah.
Vex alone if you want, Alan suggests.
There we go. You got it. You called it. Yeah.
The Gust.
Stupefy is
That's why he's in the finals and I'm not.
Looking at a pretty thin
gonna
hand, it
play
says, you
this
know what, I
Pike.
don't want you to find new cards.
I would
Let's
say
go with Pike here.
accelerate,
Yes.
5.
2, and then Pride Stalker.
Pride Stalker buff.
So send Pike up to 5.
Now all
Yes.
of a sudden, it's looking kind of scary here. Pike goes in.
Ooh, Pike.
Focus on Sam D. Sherman. Focus has been
Okay,
passed,
one.
and the Traveling
That's big
Merchant
trigger. That's good.
is in the
Let's go. Pike is so good. Pike stocks up. That's what I was going to buy.
here from Sam D. Sherman.
And now here
comes
we
the
go.
Vex.
Vex is
Yep.
coming on in. Focus on Sam D. Sherman.
Orange. Okay.
Good faith.
Oh my God. Pike went up to $10. This was a $3 card. See, I knew this card was crazy.
But
I knew this card was crazy, dude.
So that Vex is something that Alan definitely really wanted to keep alive.
Dude,
It wasn't at a battlefield.
I
so
knew this card was crazy. Look at this.
the red
It was
power
this is when I bought it.
And Sam,
$4. I was looking this morning.
relief here being
I was looking this morning.
It was very costly.
This card is
not only in
crazy.
sabotage, but also in runes. So if Alan is maybe able to
And
reestablish,
they're the same. People just want it to play. Look at that. That's crazy.
see if removing this Vex, we
The accelerated 5 might for 3 costs is nuts. Yeah, dude.
costly to do so in very low tempo.
we also have the option here. Pike can gank to the other battlefield here, score an additional point, go to
That's one of the best parts about Pike. Once Pike's out, you just be like, well, I'll just gank.
Alan choosing a bit of a development turn here.
If you leave Pike
into Diana.
alone,
Sam only down
then he's fine.
runes, so has paid a little bit of a price with the D-ramp.
Gotta grab my cards. My cards.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised to not see him look at this gank over right away. However, because you can also do things with the Star Spring. However, might want to try to save this Pike instead, knowing that Alan is developed here. So I can see why we aren't taking that aggressive point here, instead saving Pike.
You were a Pike believer day one. Yeah, it's very, very close to your deck. It's just more lower to the ground.
Into the base there. Diana is going to go into Targon.
I think that
Hold in the hand.
Concur.
Yeah, that's fine.
I saw Pike right away and I was telling people and people were like, eh. And it's like, are you guys just not thinking? Like, are you not using your brains?
The way.
He found it. A very important piece of this deck overall.
It's
as we
Wei.
talked about several times. Wei is the engine of this deck overall, and it allows you to just have so much utility, being able to discard spells, to draw gear to
How many
ready
cards do you have?
runes, which we
4.
don't have gear, and then also the unit as well, being able to give +3 might. So much utility here, and if Wei is able to stick, we might just find the value we're
That's
looking
crazy.
for in this game to offset Sam D. Sherman's tempo.
This has turned into a very different game, and again, I'm just going to note here, we did have an early discard of Ride the Wind, which tends to be comboed alongside Wei. But regardless, Alan's hand's going to be primarily spells, and
Oh, you didn't gank with him?
be used to start
Interesting.
generating value from that standpoint. You discard a spell, you get to draw.
And we'll see an unaccelerated Kaisa here, giving the Pride Stalker buff to Inferna. So she is at 4 might right now against Diana's 3, and we see the Diana trigger go off. And unfortunately, it's
Sorry,
just
which
no
Vex was
spell.
that?
We will have a Vex Cheerless as the top deck.
Vex cheerless.
Might 4-3, favoring Sam D. Sherman. And Diana will go to the trash.
Alan still with several runes up and available here.
Pike is so good.
Consider going to 6 points on the next turn, then threatening to win the championship.
Okay.
2 runes remain up. Vex Apathetic not on the board, therefore allowing Sam D. Sherman to perhaps have some reaction capabilities in defense of these battlefields.
If there were to be a time for Alan to stabilize, it would be right now. The Wei is a big piece here, but of course we know Sam D. Sherman does have punch first.
It's almost like all,
See
oh
when he
yeah.
draws and decides to discard here, and see Sam D. Sherman's reaction to it. The Vex Cheerless is the discard that we saw, so we have +3 might on this
All right.
Wei.
He's cooked.
Sam D.
He's
Sherman
cooked.
that I'm not going to be able to deal with that. You can have the point. And the Ravenbloom student comes in to challenge Inferna.
Yep.
Sam cutting his losses.
4.
Yeah.
It goes to 4.
Being able to clear this very effectively makes a huge difference in this matchup. Alan now has all of his runes to work with.
All his
Can
mana
develop
up.
the
That's
backboard
rough,
or
yeah.
also save some. Oh, another
It's a
Wei!
second.
Way.
Alan is coming online here.
Is considering maybe playing this Wei on a battlefield instead.
Trigger.
And you're triggering that movement there.
Yep, Star Spring trigger.
This is where you need the falling stars. Yeah. Dude,
Sam making sure
when
to take-
I fought Diana's, I never lose to Diana because the falling star just completely blows it out. All the time. That's why I like the falling stars. It's for like specifically something in the back that I don't want to deal with. It's like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with that today. Goodbye.
This has suddenly turned into a very different game 2. 2 ways on the board.
Yeah, that's a really scary thing to have to deal
Most
with.
of the time, Thrill the Hunt saves me from Diana's.
So much
Yeah, I feel the same
Pride
way.
Stalker of Rengar doesn't feel nearly
It's
as
so
strong
cheap and you don't really have to worry about counter spells.
might in one way or the other. We see the Fizz come down as well, and we
Fizz
are
and the Kaisa.
recycling 2 runes here. So we will see a Starcross come out.
Yes, Fizz and Kaisa.
This is not looking good.
Likely Kaisa going back
Oop.
to base, and we'll see
That's
what
my
the
seller.
action is here. And it's going to be a Thrill to Hunt. This is going to banish the card, which removes it from being targeted. Let's just see how this plays out here.
Yes, and where does he want this Kaisa to go as well?
Thrill the Hunt in some ways kind of breaks the targeting as the card
Student
does
right
get
now
banished and
is
then returns into the
still
field
at,
of play.
It's a 2, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the hunt.
And it's important to note that it says at
Sure,
any
where?
battlefield. It does not say at base. So it looks like we'll be looking to go onto that Targon's Peak here.
Alan now only has 1 rune up to deal with what potentially might be a Kaisa going onto this Ravenbloom student.
Thrill can resolve.
And potentially scoring a point here as well.
It resolves.
Does that fizzle?
Response to this being on the chain, or when I was picking it from the graveyard?
In response to the Starcrossed.
Okay.
So that chain will have to resolve here.
Then student is right now +1.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. It's supposed to go here.
Consideration from both players here, taking diligent.
And in sex here, he will go to 6.
Diana, the legend, is still up, so
I'll
Flash
flash
can be played here. And we are targeting both units, saving this Ravenbloom student, also getting another draw discard with our way as well.
Alan Suki wants to keep a board presence, not willing.
So now he'll get 2 points off of this.
Yes.
He'll go to 6. If he can gank over somehow.
Score on the hold most likely here.
Gust has been discarded.
He'll go to 5.
Resolve.
Okay, Conquer with Kaisa. I'm at 5.
Yeah.
And he draws.
Yeah.
What if he draws another Thrill of the Hunt?
Had to wait for all of the chain to resolve.
Oh, he's got it.
It's still a turn,
I'll pass.
two-turn
I'll
game
go.
here, regardless of the conquer point. But every point matters when you're chasing a championship.
Yeah. Okay, I hold 6.
Yeah.
He's got it.
And that's the power of Thrill of the Hunt there, is not only can you conquer on your opponent's turn, then you also get the hold right away.
We hold to 6, can potentially go to 7.
If he does,
We have a couple options. Of course, there's Nidalee, Punch First. We have Kinko Initiate as well. And of course, Rengar.
yeah, if he
still
does,
zone, although not wanting to be used here. Really does want to try to push some points. The Kaisa will likely be retreated.
he's got to punch first.
This is still a tough spot.
Oh, he's got it.
despite really
He's
great
got
play.
it.
The double wave
If he
is just so
if he
hard to do.
thrills and then
Doing a lot on these
and then
battles
if he rides the wind,
future. The punch
can do
first might
punch
be
first.
a key
many cards
component
do you
of
have?
how we're able to get over
5.
the
Next to your
waves.
graveyard.
oh, see, he's checking for that.
Taking a look at the trash pile.
I saw a thrill in his hand.
Very important when your opponent is playing.
He's not gonna thrill, huh? Oh wait, yeah, because he's at 6. Never mind. That would be dumb.
That has been being played, because as an aggressive deck, you really can't have many, if any, slip-ups, because you just run out of resources pretty quickly. Of course, the Kinko Initiate helps with that because you can draw, but you have to be so careful with these aggressive lists, because one misstep can just make the difference between scoring only 7 points versus actually getting that 8th point and final point.
You do have the buff being applied to Kaisa, raising it to 5 might. Initiate comes down. That will trigger a draw.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
A lot of might coming down here for Sam D. Sherman, a lot of options as well with that draw, and because we had
Good play here. Get board ready, push for 8, draw.
what Alan can do here.
Got 2 runes left up. Sam D. Sherman preparing a board to perhaps attempt a double conquer on the next turn. Rengar Trophy Hunter is still available from the champion zone.
Yeah, that's a key component here for sure. Alan has a lot that he has to navigate here.
And the ways are, they are 5 might, but it's going to be tricky here because if you want to, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do here if you're Alan.
Moonfall and then Fizz would be really nice if we had that
Save
option.
2 for thrill.
And just being able to play Moonfall, but I don't know if we
Uh-huh.
have Moonfall in hand or not.
This is one of those turns that Alan's going to take his time on. It's going to be a singularity. He's going to target the Initiate and Kaisa.
Oh, this is it.
Is there a response from Sam? There is no response.
Oh, wow.
No unyielding spirit. A sigh of relief there for sure.
That is a big play there. A significant D ramp, but you survive another day.
Not only survive,
It's over for the lull. I would have.
here because
would've
that's
thrilled.
so much might removed from the board, and we have these.
Oh, because he doesn't want to.
Getting a lot of value and potentially finding Alan exactly what he needs to do to try to stabilize in this game.
Notable that the Singularity did come in from the sideboard for Alan ZQ.
I see.
Wasn't available in game 1.
Throw Rengar next turn.
Still want to note that we do have access to Rengar here, which is a big piece. However, if
Big Rengar play next turn. Yeah, Dewey. I feel the same way.
Stupefy would be a
I mean, I didn't guess that, but
here that Alan has to make
you're right.
decisions on what he draws and discards, and he goes ahead and discards a Fizz.
He's gonna Moonfall.
I'm a bit surprised to see.
Fizz does give away +3. That is only going to be for this turn.
A tough choice here of what to do with this Ravenbloom student, whether it be try to conquer on the other side, or do we have
He
to...
also has punch first. Like, it's
Because
over.
We do have to think about the Rengar Trophy Hunter, and of course one of these ways will probably die at some point, but we will go ahead and go for that Star Spring here, getting that other conquer point to
Alonzi
6.
playing bad.
We are reinforcing with this way, but of course we get the move trigger first, which we get to draw and then decide what we want to discard here.
Roll the hunt up to 15.
We're in a very critical junction here in game 2 of the Vancouver Regional Finals. Every single move absolutely critical.
Two man is not scary. He's gonna have 4 because he conquered on
Already
Targons.
2 runes at the end of this turn.
And pass on top too.
2 runes ready with Targon's Peak.
Need to give me some of those dice.
Sam D. Sherman takes over the turn.
So we do
Now
have
scary
access
'cause he
to,
can
it looks like,
counter.
a sabotage there. Can gain hand information this way.
How many?
We've seen Sam D. Sherman use
5.
that very well in the past to make decisions
Lot.
before his plays, but of course,
Yeah.
has to make sure that we have the amount of energy necessary to make the plays that we want to do.
You're going to want to reserve some energy for that Rengar.
He has to do something now.
However, the information provided by Sabotage is simply too great. Defiant Dance in hand.
So the Moonfall is
Defiant
there.
Dance.
That is the card that we were really wanting to look out for.
Think about it.
We do have another
All right.
Fizz for the future, and part of the reason we
He has
saw
a
that
Star
was because
Cross.
the discard of the Fizz is because we already have one, and of course Stack Deck and
He has a
Stupefy
Moonfall.
offering a lot of options here. The Moonfall, though, especially Starcross.
The Moonfall is a huge
Starcross
problem.
against the Rengar. This makes it a really tough
Starcross
choice
does
because
gotta
the
go.
Moonfall is not what you wanted to see, and the Starcross is not what you wanted to see. It's two things that kind of just keep you out of the game a little bit.
Just laughing to myself, been such a long day. I'm pretty sure I said Defiant Dance instead of Moonfall.
As much as there were a lot of Aurelias, we have
If he gets rid of the Starcross,
Diana
then he
and
just has to
Rengar
worry about
are the
Moonfall
champions that
and
we
the
have
Stack
here
Deck
instead.
and the Stupefy.
Sam D. Sherman carefully
he's
considering.
got
We've
5
seen him be
mana
very,
with his Legend.
Consistent here. Very, very careful, very cerebral with the decisions around what to discard
Moonfall is in action.
the Sabotage.
Yeah, the
Moonfall is definitely in
information
action.
gained is just massive
I dealt with it
overall as
today.
well. This is. How do you?
A lot of people saying in the
finally
chat,
get through
Starcross
all
better
these?
remove. Yeah.
Let's get through one battlefield on a conquer and win. Okay, that's easy to do. But getting through all this might on the Targon's Peak is just exceptionally hard.
Those ways have been an absolute godsend for Alan
His
ZQ.
Moonfall in action. Gotta
As
be
he was running
Moonfall.
away from him, and they brought him back into it.
And I absolutely love Alan's
And Rengar
poker
on the
face that he
mage.
has here. I wonder if it's because he's tired or if he is just having a poker face.
He's staring into Sam's soul. But let's see what Sam does here.
And Rengar on the
Got the
mage.
runes.
He's got a decision first.
It's true. That's right. He still has not chosen the to discard here, and it is a very important.
Punch first rookie. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Save trash can.
A big thing is he does have the punch first in hand, so the Star Cross could potentially be a little bit more unfavorable for him because of the Rengar and punch first being an option.
Yeah, but if he
Where the Moonfall, yes, it
Pulse
gives
would be
-2
amazing.
might, but maybe that's what. I mean, that has to probably.
I
be
think
the decisions. I'd be surprised if we saw.
because the Moonfall you have to
started,
control the
but of
battlefield.
course, these players are much better than I am, so I want to see this decision that is well thought out as much as Sam D. Sherman is doing right now. And on top of that, because Sabotage is a... I mean, we can't only hit the...
Does he have a repulse?
The spells here, so Fizz is not an option.
I don't even know what I would have decided.
He can deal with the -2 though, because all's Moonfall will do is do -2. The Rengar,
So much versatility.
7, 6, 5.
The downside of it, of course, is
Oh yeah.
Starcross as well, because of Fizz, just having that recursion is so good as well.
Take Starcrossed.
And you called it. Starcrossed being removed.
Let me write that down.
Sam D. Sherman carefully considering his options here and
I'll leave it
determining that Starcrossed had to go.
Assuming this is the last turn.
And Alan goes, it's the last turn, so I'm just going to leave my hand open. You know what it is. We're both
So it might
tired.
not be
We want to
last
play the
turn.
best game possible. And maybe it could be a little bit of a mind game, too. Just adding a little extra pressure of like, hey, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
Is this the biggest taunt in TCG history here? An open hand
He
in
goes,
the championship?
last turn is what he says.
Stack deck being played on the chain. Searching for options here. He does only have 4 runes up.
Oh, what is it?
Makes these decisions on these stack
Is
decks.
it? What is it?
Very well practiced. So much is at stake here. It's the Rengar on the Ravenbloom student.
Is he gonna pay for stack deck? Is stack deck free?
Combat.
It looks
seven.
like Rengar
Yeah.
is going to be successful. We go to 7. Can Sam D. Sherman find a way to upend Targon's Peak and secure the Riftbound Vancouver Regional Championship?
Oh yeah, he got rid of
This
Starcross.
Fizz is just going to offer so much utility for this next turn. On top of that, the Moonfall being available as well. So even with the development here, it's going to be really tough. Punch first will probably need to be represented, so Alan will have to play around that.
4 runes up for Allen, 3 for Sam D. Sherman.
And that was another Thrill the Hunt in hand as well.
Notable here that Allen's
The composure on Allen is
card I
nice.
got from
7 to 6.
Stack Deck. You don't get to see that one. That's a surprise.
That
The
would be
other
a
ones-
true taunt if you just flip
Yeah.
that over and be like, actually, I have this too.
That one you have to try to figure out what it is. The other ones, though, you can know.
Never mind.
This is unbelievable. Never a dull moment in Riftbound Regional Championships.
So I want to say that we actually put in the trash very early on the Ride the Wind. And part of the reason why that was such a quick decision for Alan here is because Fizz is able to get it back so easily. So
hold to
right
game?
here, what we're going to
Nah,
see
because he's
is
gonna be able to move
Alan
around.
Alan
If you let Hue
this is the last turn.
do his thing, he gets 2 extra
All the
cards.
sabotage already.
I think he's
But
got to
we're
do this
likely
now.
Going to see a Ride the Win going for the win here.
Very good eye there. Sam carefully considering what to do here.
If he rides to win, he can't win this turn.
Punch first. Looks like
I know
maybe a
we're
Nidalee
in
as well.
unlimited time, but an action.
I can only see a little sliver of it.
I mean, Sam D. Sherman knows about this Ride the Wind as well. He knows the Fizz is there. There's just a lot of options here overall for Alan.
Yeah, because he could fizz to
is there
ride to
a
win.
way for Sam to get around this?
Also notable, Stupefy does provide a draw. Alan would have 3 additional runes to perhaps respond with
Go
whatever
here and
Stupefy
then
may bring.
drill behind
Sam D. Sherman's
Rengar
making a move.
over. Oh, wait, actually, sorry, hold on.
A little bit of a
Sorry.
takes you
Alright, let's
backsies
stop
there.
like this. I am losing my mind.
These players are under a tremendous amount of pressure. They've been playing Riftbound for 3 days straight, and it culminates in this moment.
Thought we were about to see something.
Yeah, I'll do that way.
Okay, looks like we
So-
are going back here, and we will
Throw
see
the
that.
Throw the
Rengar
hunt.
is here.
Yes.
Rengar comes over,
Oh,
bargain.
hard
Okay.
bargain. That
Let's see
was
this.
the
It's
face down
countered.
card.
What a great choice from Alan here.
Unbelievable.
Ooh.
Hard bargain. That might actually hold off this press from Sam D. Sherman.
It's going to do exactly that. And as I said earlier, we have access to ride the wind through this Fizz to be able to contest this Rengar. The only question is, though, is we
Nice.
don't have
Your
a
turn.
unit to discard here.
I can't believe it. Open hand. Alan ZQ uses stack deck. Says, no, you don't get to see this one. And it is exactly what he needs to stall the attack from Sam D. Sherman. Absolutely unbelievable.
And it looks like that was a third way that we potentially got. Oh, we can also just use Flash as well from Fizz.
Flash
That also
of,
works. That's
Fizz.
even more efficient here.
That's brutal.
Already, and it looks like we will be getting that conquer and going to our game 3.
This is unbelievable. Game 3 in the finals in Vegas.
Oh man, what a
I am still in shock at how that game 2 ended.
What a great game from Alan.
Take a
there.
breather.
Stack deck, knowing exactly
top deck hard bargain.
counterspell there, and saying, you know, the way that I lose is potentially something really funny happening with Thrill the Hunt, even though it would be the second one played. We saw the value that generated for us earlier. It's one of the very few spells.
Flash.
Alan specifically had to have taken
Top deck
that.
flash.
The idea
That's
that I'm
crazy.
going to counter Thrill the Hunt.
They're the
That's one of
last
the
ones
ways
that
that
we
I
haven't
lose this
used yet.
game. A well-calculated, precise play from Alan ZQ.
I am just completely floored that in the
What a top
championship
deck.
we saw open hand, Alan calling, this is the last turn. Stack decks, a hard bargain, keeps that one face down, secures the win. Oh my, it's just, you couldn't write a better script. It's truly remarkable.
So we did see all the sentries get moved to the front of the deck there. They're at the bottom of the deck currently. Maybe things that we're looking at potentially sideboarding out. There are Darius getting put back into the deck, it looks like.
Determined Sentry.
Windfall
Looks
stonks.
like they may be sideboarded here. Bryn Thunder Songs available. It looks like they're remaining in the sideboard as well.
So I don't think we saw the Unyielding Spirit in the sideboard. I wonder if it is been brought into the main board to deal with the singularities potential. There it is, right there, yes.
Yeah, yep.
That could have been a potential blowout card in that last game.
I am loving this camera angle.
A great view. Thank you so much to our production team for this.
I have to tell you, the production team has been
Thinking about the
absolutely
Kinku initiates.
incredible this weekend. No one has worked harder, and we are seeing the fruits of that labor right now as Sam D. Sherman considers their sideboard.
Thinking about these Kinko initiates as well, because the reality is that you're not really going to outvalue through the draw that often. And
Oh.
thinking,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Coming
fine.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yes?
It is a tough decision here.
Are they all just back in?
43 card deck. Let's go.
Don't mind us, just casting the side. It's Nidalee going out.
Worried about Vex potentially?
Sam has very
Interesting.
effectively dealt with Vex. I think that's been a key component of his success thus far. But Vex does have the ability to completely shut down his attack.
So something that we've seen the last 2 games is actually Nidalee has been stuck in hand almost the entire time. And I think that's what he's realized is this Nidalee started in my hand and it ended in my hand, which is never something you really want to see, especially when you're aggressive deck and you aren't able to get that win.
Oh,
So
brother.
the idea that
Oh,
Nidalee
brother.
is just not worth it and that we have better things to do. Keeping the sentries in there from what we can tell, because they can be that part of that aggressive game plan and adding that might. We know Allen is running triple
You should take a break.
those sentries are a very
Take a
efficient
minute and
way
be
to
like,
add
all right,
life
I
to our
just-
board.
We're going to be having abandoned.
I kind of disagree on siding on Nidalee too because it's a 3 for 5.
Greatest game to
But I think he just
close out
wants to get there as fast as he
regional
can.
championships.
Before Moon Mulligan, can I use
And
a toilet
arguably,
break?
these are 2 of these players' best battlefields for this game 3.
The break makes
Alan
sense.
says I don't need headphones, and I don't need my phone.
Bathroom break time.
Can I get up?
All right, let's take a quick little break here. So first of all, I have to say that game was so good. I don't blame them for taking a break. We are going into one of the most intense moments in their careers, both of which can be the first ever 2-time champion in Riftbound history. So there is so much on the line.
Yeah, so both these players have been in this position before. They know that sometimes it is good to take a break, clear your head, make sure you're ready for every single thing that can come by, and maybe think it looks like their sideboards had been decided already. So the phones were left there, so we can't be looking anything up in between the game. So that's a really great thing. Just
You know,
clear head, ready to
I
go
kind
for
of
this.
agree with keeping the Nidalee. I love the Nidalee, but I think what he's kind of worried about is the tempo, like the ramp.
Nice, so do not leave. Stay tuned. But
I'm gonna pee while
we
they're
have
doing
a
that.
highlight reel of our
I'm gonna
best
take up.
ofs. That is one of the things that makes Riftbound so unique. You come to these regional championships and we celebrate each and every legend. So check out this clip for the best ofs.
I'm Bear Bryant, and I'm joined here with Pog Chungus, a coveted player, as you have now added a trophy to your trophy wall. That's right, you've taken home the best of Draven, really proving to everybody that you are the winner of the League of Draven. How does it feel?
Honestly, it feels kind of surreal. Like, I didn't have any expectations to actually take it home, but day one, like, I was playing pretty well. I made like very few misplays, and I managed to dodge Aurora's. Aurora's not a good matchup for Draven, but I only played against one Aurora in day one, so.
Well, I think that's the story to kind of touch here, right? Is that a lot of people have thought that that Draven's just not very strong anymore, and not only that, but a phenomenal day one performance. I know you're kind of underselling it here because your day one performance was so good that we got to basically follow you along a lot for day 2 as well, really solidifying that Draven still has a place to stay. And you know, I hear you're also a Canadian as well, and
Yeah.
you know, representing.
Yeah, I'm from Toronto. We all go to Black Rose Hobbies in Toronto. It's our local game store, and yeah, we have a lot of strong players here in Toronto. Like, you know, Prismat Diwali right now, he's in the top 8. I'm rooting for him. I really want the Canadian boys to bring it home, especially in Canada.
And you guys, Canadians in general, have done such a good job here at this this regional qualifier, just taking home so many best ofs as well as the top cut representation. I've had a pleasure to meet so many of them this weekend.
Alrighty, got my soda, got the big boy.
I hope this is maybe just the first of many, and to really kind of prove that just because you think a legend is down and out, you can still sling some spinning axes.
And with that, Draven out.
Man, they're
I'm Bear
News-
Park, and I'm joined here with the magnificent.
their guys that they have are
Of course, people know who you are.
something else.
You already have a best of, but we're here to talk about. I got to talk to you yesterday, of course.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
showcase your Lilia deck, and now we're here to showcase your brand new addition to your trophy wall, the best of Lilia. How does it feel to take home such a coveted prize?
It feels great. I put a lot of time into perfecting this deck. I had to go against the grain for what everyone thought she was. People think that she's an unchecked power deck, and I had to go against the grain on that and fight for my idea on it, and I think it's still correct, and I think we've proven it today.
No, you absolutely did. And not only that, representing, of course, Team Secret Sauce.
Yeah.
Bringing home a best of here. And
Yeah.
not only that, you guys have brought home three of
Three
them.
total, yeah. We got Poppy by No Veggies. We got Yi by Houses Are Big, who is still in top 8. He's going to win the whole thing, I have no doubt. And then, of course, me with the Lilia. So that's our 3 for this tournament. fantastic turnout for us. I couldn't be more happy with my guys.
And hopefully the first of many as well, right, Gale wins. Now,
I'm
I
so
gotta ask
hungry.
you one last question, really, just for a quick little summarize. You guys are obviously working together as a team, and so I want to ask you the kind of process and the going into these tournaments. I can only imagine how many hours y'all put into practicing for this, and not only do you have representation in top cuts, but the representation of taking on these best ofs. And let's be real, Noveges was also this close.
He was. He's always this close. He's like our best bubbler. He was like, what was he, 9th in Vegas or something? He was so close every time. So he'll get his top 8 one day soon, I believe it. And maybe one day I'll get mine as well.
Absolutely. With hard work comes the fruits of those labors, of course. Gale wins. Congratulations to a successful Vancouver Regional Qualifier, and we hope to see some more soon.
Yeah, see you guys.
The moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. We get to crown the champion of the Vancouver Regional, but first we gotta find out who wins in this last game. Let's cut to the game number 3 of the finals. Here we go, Alan ZQ, Sam D. Sherman. This is gonna be an Arena's greatest game, and as a result, it might be a quick one, but it is gonna be one of the most impactful ones you will ever see.
Don't forget your trigger.
As both our players here are waiting to
Don't forget your trigger.
getting some instructions from our
I
judges.
don't know.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. So I'm going first.
Yes.
We're both
Sam
at 1
D.
point.
Sherman determined to go first.
And already said the Arena's greatest trigger here as well. That's what it looks like.
I'm like turning my head to see if I can see it.
See a fizz in hand as well for Alan ZQ, star-crossed.
Moonfall, Stupefy.
I have a judge
Is-
question I'd like to ask away from the table.
Judge question from Sam.
Wow.
Okay, looks like we're going to be conferring with the judges as Alan decides his mulligan here.
There he is. There's the judge.
So Alan, this does actually give him information as well. So what he's doing is he is thinking about what kind of question is my opponent asking the judge before their mulligan. He has to be thinking about this. That is the level of player that...
If I ever get to grand finals, I'm doing this.
And so if you have a very experienced player...
I'm going to do this
asking a judge
for
question
no reason.
beforehand, then
You're like, well,
Alan has to be thinking what kind of...
has anyone really been so far as want to go do look more like?
It looks like the judge might be looking
You're
up
gonna be like,
something
what?
as well as listening as well.
I need these dice. I need these dice.
That looks like an I'm going to go find out for you.
Whoa.
Might have seen a Thrill the Hunt in his hand because that card is one of the newer cards. Maybe that is a question that he has about it and that interaction, perhaps.
I'm off, bro. Take it easy. Gonna get in there. All right.
Wait a moment here. Alan.
I'll talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow, Ratchet. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Yes. So Alan
What
doesn't
a
have to
weird
decide his mulligan yet either. The player who goes
start
first can
to
decide their
this.
mulligan first. So internally, Alan might already know.
What
what
an
he wants to
interesting
mulligan. He wants to see
start.
How much cards Sam decides to mulligan. So when your opponent mulligans 2, then you know they're not very happy with their hand, but they mulligan 1 or 0, then you know that they're happier with their hand. And against aggressive list, whenever they don't mulligan mini cards, you have to be a little bit afraid. However, it looked like Alan did have really solid resources in his hand. We'll have to see if he finds a 2-drop or not. But we do have the Stupefy and Moonfall as potential, and we're playing on an Abandoned Hall, so those cards are getting even more value here.
Sam is back here. And you are right. When your opponent decides to keep their full 4, it is a little
Sorry.
peek into the hand.
Irresistible Feyfolk was one that we were looking at potentially.
Two.
Was that a...
Sorry.
Maybe?
Looks like 1 was mulliganed ultimately here. Sam D. Sherman elects to go first. 2 runes up. Turn 1 is the Irresistible Feyfolk.
We got Hard Bargain and Vex Cheerless in the hand for Alan, as well as a Star-Crossed.
Yep.
Not entirely sure if the Arena's Greatest Point was declared there. 4 runes on Sam D. Sherman, and it goes up. So it is 1-1.
So it's going to look to have potentially an aggressive line here, but the Irresistible Feyfolk can usually get more value than I mean, we'll have to figure out if he can buff it up to the point where he can actually kill this Diana would be ideal. However, Diana can still get the trigger if
It's a good start.
from the Diana herself. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Oh, actually, we'll see the buff, and we will also get the Price Stalker buff
here we
as
go.
well. Yep.
That is a quickly powerful Fey Folk here, and the Determined Sentry.
Oh, did he do his little trick?
The additional
Right now,
Pride
she's
Stalker
at
buff
4.
onto the Irresistible Fey Folk.
No trigger on Diana.
There's not many options here.
Stupefy.
Stupefy played, card draw, and it looks like we are going to get a trade.
Yes, isn't able to take advantage of the Bandit Hall with the Stupefy, but getting the trade here, we use so many resources from Sam D. Sherman here, and we.
This is why I like the Rengar, because of the control aspect, especially with the Faithful.
We did have the Darius, which is a little bit, you know, oh, we have Kaisa in hand. I just saw that as well. So we're not as
Ex-apathetic.
passing out here, but using all these cards is still wasn't ideal, and we do have a Thrill of the Hunt in hand as well. A few utility pieces there.
So they're both at 1.
Sam looking particularly good here.
Abandoned Hall is
It's
not
gonna be
great.
One of those key pieces you're going to want to get out there ASAP. Determined Sentry going in is going to score the point. We go to 2. And the Pit Rookie to 3.
The 3. That's good.
Some quick points here with the Kaisa not accelerated as well, building a strong board here. The Vex Cheerless is ready to go, and we'll have to see what Alan could do. What options do we have?
Saw Hard Bargain there. We do have Moonfall. Vex Cheerless is going to go in to challenge that battlefield.
Moonfall, Kaisa here.
Moonfall is going to bring Kaisa in.
Oh, that's not good.
Important to note that the -2 might is for all units at the battlefield, and on top of that, it is not to a minimum of 0, so it actually does go down. It's not to a minimum of 1, I should
0,
clarify, and it
0,
can go
yes.
down to 0.
Vex Cheerless now in combat.
So we have
Combat.
He's
6
got Star Cards in hand, Hard Bargain.
Yep, 2.
Losing Kaisa would be devastating. And it looks like Kaisa has been lost.
Huge play there from Alan, and we did see potentially the Fizz earlier, so having access to Moonfall once again in the near future if needed. And those control tools are so critical in this game overall. It's one of the ways that Alan can actually have a great way of competing in this game. The Ravenbloom student being ready as well.
Oh, this is
All
not
the stuff
good.
available on top of the Abandoned Hall.
Not feeling great about this. I'm not feeling great about this.
Key piece in this
No,
deck.
not feeling great about this at all.
Alan passes turn. 3 runes up.
Yeah.
Sam D. Sherman holds.
Should have
the
kept the
point.
Nidalees.
So we could potentially see Rengar in the
You know what? It's not the end.
However, we do see that Star-Crossed in hand, so that would be a very low tempo play.
He can Rengar.
He's going to have to look for a higher tempo play to potentially deal with this Vex, as well as continue his game plan of scoring and just being able to take advantage of lower tempo plays of Diana. But however,
I'm stressed out, guys.
tempo
I'm stressed
plays
out.
because Moonfall
Ah.
is a great card.
Thankfully, that is Vex Cheerless, which for Sam D. Sherman is, if you had to pick one of the two, one you'd probably want at the battlefield. But let's see what this next play holds in store as Sam carefully considers his next move. So much on the line here in the championship.
Rengar to Vex 7 to 5. There's -2.
It's hard to say what the next move will be here. We used so many resources at the start of this game to get rid of that Diana just to end up doing a trade because Stupefy was in hand. Something that Alan kept from the get-go, of course, because Abandoned Hall is very good with. And on top of that, of course, those small might
like
trades against a deck that is so might dependent, really doesn't have many spells to help it out. So those just absolutely critical.
And the challenge as well is that Alan's up, his runes, they reach a little further if you happen to try to combat that Vex. The discounts applied, and therefore he just might have a few more extra tricks up his sleeve than usual thanks to that Vex Cheerless.
Yeah, this is a tricky spot for Sam D. Sherman overall. Like I said, that very beginning of this game, that trade with the Irresistible Fey Folk not going in Sam's direction, because if that trade does happen, it's a very different looking game here.
And we did talk about before, losing Kaisa is devastating. It's one of the engines. It's going to be Rengar into the Vex Cheerless here. The additional might will be applied to Rengar itself.
And this will likely be a pretty quick star-crossed here from Alan, because it is just, oh, it's a smoke screen. We didn't even see that in the hand. Also a great reaction to the Rengar. Instead of saying, oh, we're going to bounce something back, we might just be able to kill it here.
That's a -4 on the unit.
Really tough here.
This is
Abandoned
not good.
that extra buff to Vex as well.
You do have the Pride Stalker buff being applied as well, which was why you saw the -3.
I'm gonna throw the hunt Rengar.
Thrill the Hunt on Rengar.
And we'll have to pay 2 runes here.
And
because
Hard
of
Bargain
Vex.
does come down.
Yes.
Ugh. This is over.
Hard bargain. This
Is
putting
over.
Alan ZQ in a dominant position. You can kind of see as Sam was like, all right, your turn. You know, this hard bargain has been all the right answers against this thrill of the hunt overall.
That was devastating. It looked like Sam D. Sherman was trying to replay the Rengar back into the Vex Cheerless battlefield, and by banishing it, perhaps trying to dodge that smokescreen.
And Alan's still having plenty of options there. It looks like a stack deck and a star-crossed. We know that Sabotage is in the board for Sam D. Sherman, so stack deck is able to be protected a little bit by playing stack deck when you want to actually find what you are wanting to play. It also allows you to have a little bit of an element of surprise, as we saw stack deck into hard bargain the previous.
It's not the end.
I love how Alan does save and hold onto his stack decks a little bit longer than what we see a lot of players do, because we've seen why it is so beneficial. And personally, it's going to be something I'm going to take away for my own games.
Pit Rookie comes in, 4-2 might, stack deck. That is going to provide the Ravenbloom student with an additional might. Alan with the quick selection there.
One more stack deck.
Another stack deck, Ravenbloom student, goes to 4 might.
And will we find another spell here? It looks like there's a Ride the Wind that will be put back into the deck. I didn't see quite what he selected.
You do see a star-crossed here, and it will resolve. We go to damage. The arena's greatest has been cleared.
Yeah, the biggest thing to note here is Alan does only have 2 going on 3 cards in hand, so he will have to find some type of value here, because Sam does have ways to draw cards. However, though, we do have a nice unit set up, and we have the Traveling Merchant, which can help us filter through our deck a bit more, and it looks like we might have had a Vex Apathetic drawn here.
Likely going to be looking for that Hoi. We do have the Gust, very high tempo, very good at protecting these battlefields, in particular against these smaller might units of Sam D. Sherman.
Yep.
Vex Cheerless re-enters the Abandoned Hall.
And we're going to see this Vex Apathetic join the twin here of Vex Cheerless, and this
Oh,
will actually
brother.
stop so much from Sam D. Sherman on
This is it.
bushes, for instance.
This is it.
Of course, Vex been a key player in the entire weekend, as she does stun a unit whenever it is played, and they cannot move anymore.
It's an absolutely devastating card for Sam D. Sherman to have to try to overcome.
2 cards.
And Alan is here at 6 points. If he is able to hold,
I'm
these
on the
cards,
edge of my seat right
he
now.
might just become our
He's got 2 cards in his hand.
champion.
Take your time. Take your time.
Going to have to very carefully consider this. Because of the Vex Apathetic, you either have to clear that Vex before trying to make like some sort of accelerated or ambush move.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of an option here where the irresistible Feyfolk can move the trap
got a pike.
off this battlefield, so a double hold may not happen. However, we know that Alan does have access to Ride the Wind, I believe, as well as potentially a Moonfall from Fizz. Or actually, having a hard time remembering exactly what his hand looked like here. We'll have to take a look at it soon.
Cards in hand.
One card in hand. We have the 3 might Determined Sentry against the 2 might Traveling Merchant.
Gust.
It's a gust. Is there a response?
Oh, it's over.
Huge card here, so high tempo. And with 1 card in hand, is there a response to it?
Was that a Thrill the Hunt?
It's done.
Of the hunt up in our hand for a bit now, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. But remember, this Inferna and Pike are both stunned units right now.
And actually, that's a very important consideration because any unit replayed by Thrill the Hunt will also be stunned.
Exactly. I think Sam might be thinking about what else he could have potentially done here.
Now, if you Thrill the Hunt one of the other units, like the Inferna, for instance, you could
Over.
Pride Stalker buff the Sentry. Could that be an option?
Certainly could be.
Suppose we have Freely in the hand. I'm thinking about.
Now, that's of course assuming that it is Thrill the Hunt.
Damn.
Alan patiently waiting, probably feeling pretty confident right now, but you can't feel too confident until any handshakes are made.
Sam very carefully considering this here. Championship on the line.
Oh, but if he thrills of the hunt,
Single
something
card in
else.
hand. Has to take 1 battlefield here.
He's got to play.
It looks like Thrill will be coming down.
I'll do it on the
It is Thrill of the Hunt
Yeah,
on
that's what we
Pike.
do.
Pride Stalker buff sends the Determined Sentry to 4 might.
Resolves.
Pay the
The
red.
Pike will be played there.
Buff this.
It is
Yeah,
stunned.
Pike is stunned.
Yeah.
I'll Starcross the Vex and this.
Which
Starcross
Vex?
being played in reaction.
This one.
Okay.
Vex Cheerless being
It's
selected.
over. That's GG.
Yeah, that happens.
That resolves. Determined Sentry
Okay,
back.
Pike goes back to my base.
Yes.
That bounces.
Um,
2 open
you have
rooms
just 1 card in hand and it's back.
with a Determined Sentry in
Yes.
hand.
Okay.
Because we can note the Irresistible Feyfolk does still have the option to move a unit off a battlefield when it attacks in.
this.
Yes.
Determined Sentry is played. You can buff by 1 the Irresistible Feyfolk.
Go
And that
here,
just might be
drag
what
it
we
right
see
down.
here. Traveling Merchant does move. You will get a discard draw.
Trigger.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
Kill the merchant.
Yeah.
Turn.
And well played by Alan there,
What?
taking back that
Seven.
Vex,
Oh my God.
that Merchant trigger, because the Vex isn't really that useful anymore. The next card is much more, and we do have a Tide
Yes.
Turner, and
And
that
that is
Jeez.
going to be the game.
Oh man, that like that.
Won the Vancouver Riftbound.
That was such a clean.
The first ever second-time winner of a regional championship. Absolutely unbelievable. Carrying Diana to the championship. Congratulations to Alan and Sam B. Sherman on absolutely remarkable finals.
Dang. Dang. Ah.
Live for. They have worked so hard.
Ah.
There's Here's the hug.
Trying to buy cards. I'm trying to sell cards.
Absolutely.
God.
The skill expression of
I want one of those jackets real bad. I want one of those jackets super duper real bad. Dang. Ah.
lifts the championship trophy.
Screams internally.
2 trophies.
Exactly.
Screams external.
Here we are at the final moments after that immaculate match between you, Alan ZQ, and Sam D. Sherman. Alan, I've got to ask you, as our
Oh, man.
time regional qualifier champion, how do you feel in this moment?
Absolutely amazing.
Alto Leche Allen.
I think I misplayed game 1 especially. That cost me the game. But at the end I had a better matchup into the Sam, which resulted into me winning despite of everything. And I had perfect answers to whatever he was doing in game 3, which was...
Allen is such a huge asshole. I love him.
It was like the last game, it was just like, it felt like fate with all the draws.
Fate indeed.
Yeah.
Sure did give Sam a hard...
Yeah, if he did all those in the last game, if he did all those things before,
Turn the tides and bring it all the way home
Then
for the second time ever. Alan,
he could have taken it.
congratulations, not just for your second win at a regional qualifier, but for winning it here in Vancouver. And with that, folks, we're going to sum up our entire weekend, and Alan ZQ is going to soak in the glory that is the victory.
Ah! God. I ain't giving up my boy Rengar. Moonfall. These Moonfalls better sell. It's Argentinian slang for such a lecker, but in a good way. I want a Catman to win, though. I want a Catman to win as well, dude. That's what I wanted.
For the world to see.
That's crazy.
Building has been electric all weekend long, with players celebrating the best of what Riftbound has to offer. In one of the most meta-diverse...
Dan Mine Rune OP.
Alan ZQ has ultimately earned the title of champion in the Riftbound Vancouver Regional. And who knows, maybe next time it'll be you at home who lifts the trophy at a future...
God, StarCraft is so strong.
A champion has been crowned.
So strong.
Have been forged. And from myself and the rest...
It's so strong.
We'd like to say thank you for joining us. And we will continue this journey together in Utrecht.
Oh, man. I'm so... I don't even know what to think about that. I'm just... pumped. I'm pumped. Oh, man, dude. I mean... for that's what I stuck around for? God, dude. I like the capybara t-shirt. It's a nice touch. I'm telling you, Thrill the Hunt is the best card. The best Sig spell, hands down, in my opinion. He did overplay that last game. He should have went so much slower. That's how I would have done it. And he's not running Falling Stars. This is why you run Falling Stars. To completely blow out, to do this. To blow out the ways, to blow out the other ones. This is why you need those cards. And then that's also why you run Jhin. I'm considering now switching out a few things. Let's see. I'm considering switching out a few things. Let's see. Utrecht and Hartford. I'm thinking about dropping these confronts. And pit rig. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 drops. Yeah, remove one here. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. So Jhin would have been goaded, but yeah, blowing up 4 Vex 4 or Vex with Falling Star. That must have been a typo. And the issue is he shouldn't have got rid of those Nidalees. That's just silly. You're in my opinion, you're extremely favored into Diana. That's my opinion. I've never ever lost to a Diana. And I've lost games, but usually game 2. But I have never lost to a Diana. You know, but I play more of a control. So I run the 3 Falling Stars, 3 Thrill the Hunts, 3 Jins. I might add another Pike because I think that card is super goated. But I don't think that little 1-drop, you know, what was Sam's? Let's see. We got this. We actually got this. We can look it up right now. Let's look at his deck. Okay. So this is from the stream. And we have here 3 Inferna busted. 3 Faithful busted. The 3 Pit Rookie, I could see an argument for it. 3 Apothecaries, awesome. It's possible to play a second Repulse in this deck. You're asking if it's possible to play a second Repulse? Absolutely. Absolutely. This deck used to run 2 Repulses. Like if you check this out right here, right? Let's see. Deck. So the person who originally made this deck, Ratchet's Nutty Rengar build. So this is a guy originally ran this deck. So he has 2 Repulse, 2 Punch First, 2 Confronts, and then he has 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know how you do. And then he runs Falling Stars. He runs Void Seekers for Vex. That's what he likes to do. Which is like, all right, yeah. And the problem I had with that is I was running it with Irelia. And so he does 3 Kaisas and 2 Jins. My deck list runs 3 Jins and 4 Kaisas. But I think a lot of what I'm having trouble with is power. power and units. So I think the pit rookies will fix this because you can you do one more, but that's 10. Then you might want to get rid of the gem jammer. We could probably sack the gem jammer. Yeah, and I like confront too, don't get me wrong. But you know, I feel like I just don't use it. I feel like the pit rookie probably because it's got a play effect too. And I think the Emperor's Dais is goated. I think that's like a really good play. I think that the Gem Jammer, every single match that I started with today was Gem Jammer. Start Gem Jammer. And I actually forgot to update my deck. So I ran my old deck, but I ended up running, like if I remove one, and I run one more pike, then it's not bad, you know. I could see 3 first mates. The thing is, the pikes really sell it. So, there's no carnivorous snapvine, which is he's pretty darn good. He's just really expensive. But the snapvine is there to deal with the Vex. Not the pike. The falling stars. The problem is it's so expensive. But the falling stars are there to take care of everything else. Falling stars are there to clean up everything else. And then the Fey Folk, buffing up the Fey Folk is just super goated. Just super goated. Watching that play out, I was like, wow, yeah. That's where it's at right there. That's amazing. This guy, that was not working out for me. This is like against Aurora. I need to like really see. I need to look at these cards again. And recalculate my deck. This is probably how I'm gonna run it. Probably gonna run it like, see what I got, 9 here. You know, I think the pike play is really good. I think the pike, especially pike plus pit rookie, you have a 6 might swing. I think that changes a lot. I think also, in this deck you don't need to snap vine as much. I think I need to make a new deck. I don't think you need to snap vine as much. Or let's see, Emperor's Diet. I've used it a couple times, but the thing is that I think the Darius is actually a really good play. I think a Darius, what does he have? He's got 2 Darius, 3 seconds. He's got, he's got the 2 sabotage. It is goated though. It is super goated. I think I would probably drop. You know, I do well into everything else, but I would probably just drop the Jin. So we got punch first. We got the pit rookie. The pike plus the is like great bait after he swings. It's great bait for the apothecary. And we got Kaisa. We got 3 ganking units, so I don't think we really need the Gem Jammer as much. Because the pit rookie creates 2 buffs. And the 2 might swing. And then it's exceptionally good with the Fey Folk. So all these synergize well better with the Fey Folk. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. You can probably get rid of 1. So you got 2 Darius. He's only playing 1 Rengar. I don't know how I feel about that. You could do a Darius. Yeah, kind of like the 2. Probably drop an action. That in there. Add a Darius. Add a Darius. I feel like the problem with this deck is I feel like if you don't get Jin out, then it's like a calamity. 5, 6, 7, 8. Darius becomes an 8 might swing. Let's see, coming from Magic, Sabotage kind of feels like Thoughtseize looking at your opponent's hand while playing an aggro mid-range deck feels good, but can see it too as only a sideboard card. Yeah, you know, it's kind of one of those things where you'll like, I'm just going to YOLO, or I'm just going to YOLO or else. But I think you're right. But I think might actually do. I don't think Repulse is really that. I've just never really found. I always feel like I keep sideboarding it out. If we're gonna run it like this, then we need another Darius. Needs to be a double Darius. Yeah, because mine's a little bit more mid-rangey. Then you can do Pit Rookie. Turn is just too good. The 3 Jins is perfecto. Muy perfecto. Where would I remove? But I do love the Thoughtseize idea, yeah. I kind of feel like the thing is that you don't want to see 2 in your hand. 1 is really good, but 2 just kind of like, like I don't really want to deal with this. Darius plus punch first is what, 13? So and yielding spirits I like. Might even just do this. And kind of feel like without the third action, kind of a wash. You could probably go with, well, I don't know. Rengar is like just extremely strong. Not having, just having the one is like, you know, he's kind of like Darius. You have 4 Darius cards. A lot of times I feel like Bryn is kind of bricked in my hand. You know, you really want to use it when the opponent can't deal with it. But if you're going to a high ceiling, you could probably get rid of one of these and do this. What's these stats look like? 4 5s, 4 4s, 5 4s. Yeah, because you're usually hovering around like runes. 6 7. The thing about Bryn is I feel like you already need a pretty established board. Like not as broken as everyone thought it would be. Let's see. Bells. Thrills. There's Falling Star. Darius plus Pit Rookie. 5 6 7 8 9. The 9 might swing. I kind of feel like I'd be okay with Bryn. I think the main goal of the deck, yeah. Yeah, I agree. The problem with Thrill the Hunt is not like Ride the Wind. That's why I think the Pit Rookies really help a lot. And the Punch Verses really help. But you don't want too many. I think just having one of these is good. These are good. So you have a lot of good control. I mean, I could see an argument for like one less Falling Star, but like literally, I have Falling Star. It's like tragic for the opponent. It's like absolutely devastating for them to deal with. So the Nidalees are like super godlike. The Pike, I could probably drop the Pike down to 1, but he's also so good. Like both of these are 3 drops. They're the same. One just draws a card, and it has ambush. But as far as Might's concerned, they're essentially, oh well, this one costs, yeah, they're the same. You know, this one's like a good turn 1 play. Need to play this turn 1 more. This is probably what I'll run next turn. What's the power? Power curve. What's the auto on it? Yeah, it's right down the middle. Yeah, so the power curve is everything's pretty power hungry though. Isa. That's why the Jins are needed. This is how I probably do it. The Vex is usually not a problem for me. It's just in that it like it's not great. It could be better. But if you have, you should be having a good established board state where you can do it anyway. And then also I've done Rengar. You can play a unit and you can challenge with this. You can still challenge. If your unit gets stunned, you can still challenge the opponent. So, I mean, it's pretty good. But you know what one of the problems I had with dealing with decks is that as far as might's concerned, a lot of times 8 might seem to be like a magic number to deal with. So 7 was just like one short of what I needed. 8 might was like the magic number. So I'd want to say you definitely need the gins. Couldn't do it without the gin. So I'd probably run it like this. This is exactly how I'd probably do it. Yes. Yeah. So you can still, so the challenge is for the Vex. The challenge is to control their base as well, because you can just hit units in the base, and the units can be from anywhere. They just punch each other. Doesn't matter where they're, if they're in base, if they're on battlefield, if they're wherever, 2 mites anywhere will do that. And then you have Falling Star. I mean, honestly, the Falling Star, the problem Sam had is he didn't have Falling Star to deal with it. He had like 12, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 2-drops, which is okay. But, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm still not even concerned about Emperor's Dais. Emperor's Dais is just kind of like, And, but you can conquer with Fey Folk and then pull it back. So you have 2 ways to pull Fey Folk back, and then you have that. So, I don't know. I'll probably run this. Save its new deck. Save his new deck. So I think that's it for tonight's stream. We didn't get the results we wanted. They're a lot better than I initially anticipated. I'm really happy to see him do so well. So, and the real reason that deck won is because of who the pilot was. So that's important. That's really what was the deciding factor. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, Nicholas Lange, 2439. Appreciate you sitting and chatting with me while I go back and forth on it. Feel free to message me, leave a comment, or if you want to ask a question or just have something you want to say, then dude, I'm here. But you have yourself a really rad day. Out now.